Welcome everyone to this week's podcast. This is week 7 of our podcast, and it's hard to believe we're kind of rolling. So this week's thought I have, right now it's December of 2019, so it's year end, so I'm kind of reflecting on the year and listening to different podcasts about business and how to appropriately evaluate the past year and how to get better. So one of the key phrases I've been listening to and hearing over and over again is calling nurturing your business. And so I thought it'd be good to look up the definition. So I thought this was pretty impactful for me as a business owner. It says, nurture, the definition says, to feed and protect, to support and encourage, as during the period of training or development, to bring up, train, educate. And then it also says, to develop as well. So it also can mean nurture, can also mean nourishing. So as a small business owner, my key takeaways were, with my clients, I was reminded of that I need to be educating. You can't just assume people know what you do and the value that you bring. And also it's important to really give valuable content as well and give them understand the value that's going on as well. But most importantly, in any business, it's important to really value the relationship. If it's the right time for a client to buy the service or the product, that's great, but the most important thing is to have that relationship. So I thought nurturing was really important kind of term this week I've been thinking about, and as a small business owner, it's really important to nurture your business. And another thing though too about this podcast, we also spend a lot of time, we have a business spotlight or a local business leader. So this week we have a local business leader and owner, Mandy Berkley, and I'm excited to have her on. She's the owner of Homespun Elegance of Iowa, so I just wanted to welcome Mandy and hear more about her business. So Mandy, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Jason.
So tell us about Homespun Elegance.
Homespun Elegance is actually, we have 40 vendors in the store.
Okay.
We're all Iowa handmade products, so everything is made or repurposed by an Iowan.
Okay.
That's kind of the essence of what we are.
So the location's in Valley West Mall in West Des Moines. That's for young children, it's a great mall to go to. It has great places to go to, but it's not super overcrowded like some of the other malls in Des Moines. So I really like Valley West Mall, and it has a DQ, so I'm a big DQ fan. But so you're located in Valley West Mall. So when you talk about 40 vendors, can you dissect that? What does that mean essentially?
Yeah. So everyone that's in the store is actually their own business person as well.
Okay.
So they might do craft shows or vendor shows, things like that. But they also are a part of the store. So it's not just myself making things. We've got over 40 people, and we also actually have some kids who are part of the store.
Oh,
make some
great.
Things as well. So we have 4 kids under the age of 15 who actually sell some of their items in the store as well.
That's a great thing, yeah.
So, and then I work the store most of the time, but then we have some vendors who kind of help out with shifts here and there and stuff.
That's
as well.
Awesome. So basically, if you're starting a business and you can't afford like a whole storefront or whole thing, this would be a great alternative or a great option for someone that's trying to make things of value, but they can display it at your store, right?
Yep.
So what are some of the products that or some of the you say 40 vendors? What are some of the highlights that?
Some of the biggest things are sewn items.
Okay.
It's probably our biggest seller actually this year.
Yeah.
We have everything from kids clothing to home decor to. Actually, the most popular thing is really odd. It's called Bowl Buddies.
Oh,
okay. And
okay.
it's just a little thing that goes around a bowl that you microwave with, and that's one of our best sellers.
That's awesome.
In the store. So it's really bizarre, but so home sewn things are probably our most popular thing this year.
Yeah.
But we also have lots of signs, lots of woodwork, jewelry, kids products. We have a big variety of different things in the store. No,
that's really awesome, and I think that it's a really good opportunity for small businesses in Iowa to really display their product and kind of collaborate together. So that's really neat, like kind of business sharing. You provide the space, they can have the product. It seems like a really win-win for a lot of local people. So
it is.
So that's really neat. So one thing I was noticing on your website, you also do some classes.
Yeah.
So can you explain that?
Yep, so classes are a variety of things. It's kind of whenever a vendor decides they want to do a class.
Okay.
Then we host a class there.
Yep.
So in the past, we've done things like usually sign making.
Okay.
It's a pretty easy one. We actually host homeschool sewing classes right now.
Great,
every week. And then we have some classes on Saturdays and Sundays that are just make and takes where people can just walk in, and create a couple things if they want to. So there's no like reservation or anything for those
Oh,
kinds
wow.
of things. So there's the second Saturday and second Sundays of each month.
Yeah.
That you can just kind of walk in and make something if you want to.
That's great. So is the when they do make and takes and don't have to do a reservation, do you have to buy the product within the store, or can you bring your own stuff, or how is that?
Yeah,
does
those
that
are
process
actually,
look like?
we provide all the stuff
Okay,
to make it.
awesome.
And so then the kids classes, the kids make and takes are $5 or less. So everything is very affordable and expensive.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then the adult make and takes for those are $20 or less.
That's great.
So it's very inexpensive. Just kind of walk in, choose which one you want to do. You could do all of them. You could do one. You could do
So if my wife and I were wanting to make a sign, and let's say we had 2 or 3 other couples that want to do it with us, what would that process look like? Do we contact your website then, and then schedule a time to reserve a spot?
Yep. So we have that happen frequently. We have churches and things that will do that. So just kind of contacting, either calling or messaging on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's the easiest ways. Kind of discussing what it is you want to make and do, and then we set you up with a vendor who will create that thing for you and walk you through the process of how to make it.
That's great. So yesterday I have 4 children, 8, 6, 4, and 2, and we did some custom ornament building, and so went really well. But when you have that young of children, sometimes it gets a little out of control. So so it got a little bit out of control. It wasn't too bad, but the glue and markers and whatever, all that stuff went everywhere. So that's kind of a neat alternative then. So if someone wanted to do like a craft like that, some homeschool moms or moms can pull together, let's get 20 of us together, let's do it, and set up a time with you guys. So that's a really neat alternative. And you can have all the product there. You make
and we clean up all the mess.
You clean it up. That's a great a great service for moms and dads. Yeah, it's really neat. So tell us a little bit more about your personal background. How did you end up being a small business owner? How long have you actually, let's take a step back. How long have you, when did the doors open? How long have you been in business for? Or then share a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so we actually opened in November of 2017.
Okay.
I actually started just looking for space for a pop-up for just myself.
Yeah.
Kind of like as going to a craft show, but just kind of doing it for the holidays to see. It kind of evolved into finding out that I could rent a bigger space for the same amount as I was going to get a little space in the center.
Yeah.
And so then it just kind of evolved into this, what we have now,
yeah,
kind of thing. So we opened initially just as a 3-month kind of phase to see how would it go, how would people respond to the store. So it went well, and so we've been open since November of 2017 now. So just finished our second year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Business.
No, that's really amazing.
So and then my background is actually in teaching.
Okay.
So I taught in Des Moines for 12 years.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And then I quit teaching to actually homeschool my kids.
That's great.
And so you'll actually usually see my kids there at the shop with me. So we actually just homeschool right there in the shop on the days that I work, or at home on the days that we're at home. And so it's been very nice and flexible for us to be able to do both homeschooling and running the business at the same time.
I think I was personally homeschooled up until 8th grade, and we homeschool our children. And I think that is pretty neat to have that. You're teaching them about small business firsthand, and then they're also also being taught, and that's a really neat thing.
Yeah, so. It's been really good for our family to be able to do both those pieces that we want to do.
Yeah, no, that's really, really neat. So did you grow up in Iowa then originally? And one of the questions I always ask our people that are here is like, why Des Moines? Why are you here? Why did you choose Des Moines? I like to promote Des Moines. So, tell us a little bit where you grew up and things like that.
So actually, I was born right here in Des Moines.
Yes,
I've never left.
Right.
I've never lived anywhere else. So I mean, that's kind of the reason why we stay. I think is just because this is home.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you know my husband Thomas. He's from West Virginia.
Right.
So it's different for him being here.
Yep.
But so since I've been here my whole life, I just I love it here, and hopefully my kids will stay here, and we can just continue to be in the area.
For sure. What's crazy is, similar background with me being from Des Moines as well, is that we get all these national attention, and it's like, this is all we've ever known. So people move out of state and they say how amazing Des Moines is, and this is what we've known. So it's really, really a blessing to be here, and it's a good sign too from a small business that you've done it for over 2 years, you're growing, and that's a little bit of a sign of how great Des Moines is too. So that's a really good thing. So what advice would you have for families that are doing what you're doing? Like, what are some things 2 years ago that you did right and things that you're constantly improving in? I mean, just the dynamic raising a family and also doing a small business. Yeah.
I think the thing that's been the best, I think waiting till my kids were a little bit older definitely had some good benefits. Because my kids right now are 15 and 12.
Yeah.
And so they can actually help and participate in the business. They actually do a lot. You'll see my kids checking people out all the time, working with customers and things like that. So that is definitely a benefit to having them be able to help. I think if I tried this when they were toddlers or younger, it would have been a big struggle to do. And then also just asking lots of questions and, talking to people who might be in a similar business structure, kind of getting ideas on different things. I joined a couple of groups on Facebook of no one really has a store like mine that's in that group, but there are other stores, consignment stores that have either clothing or antiques and things. So it's kind of a similar, and then being able to feed and ask questions and, get information from people all over the country of how they're running their business, and how I can incorporate that into mine was a big help.
It's amazing too, like when you kind of find that group of people that are business owners, how much they're willing to share. And I found that over the last 10 years, just getting connected, even people nationwide in my industry, and how much they're just willing to really help. And that's really neat. It's kind of a unique kind of sorority, fraternity, whatever people want to call it, but like just kind of people want to cheer each other on. That's really an encouraging thing. So how do you handle some of the stressful? I always ask people, small business owner, how do you handle stress when you feel like you're overwhelmed? What advice do you have for people that are you probably don't ever deal with in stressful situations? Well,
obviously this time of year is our most stressful time of year because it's our busiest. Usually I would say crafting was my release of handling, but now that it's like I'm always in that mode, I don't really I don't know now. It's hard because it's, that used to be my release, and now I'm always there, always. But I've kind of gotten away from being able to craft and create things myself because I've been so tied up in the craft shows we've done lately in the business, and it's our busy time of year, so coordinating all that stuff. So this last week I've actually gotten back into creating and doing some more crafting, and that has been, it's helped a lot. It's helped a lot. So I think just finding that thing that you enjoy to do that's not your normal definitely can help.
And carving out time for it too, if you can. So no, that's big time. So all right, so what are some best ways to connect with you? What's your website? Tell us about your website, how to connect with you guys. And
probably the easiest way is Facebook.
Okay.
So Homespun Elegance Iowa is our Facebook page. And then we are also on the Valley West Mall page as well. So if you can't find us, the easiest way is just go to the Valley West Mall website and then look at the listings of stores. Messenger or calling is the easiest way to connect. You're talking about like the classes, and we also do lots of custom orders. So we get lots of people from Etsy or Pinterest who will see something and want to know who can make this. And so, if you have something like that, sending a picture of it, and then we usually can match up a vendor that can make that item.
Big time.
It has been, and it's a lot of people have really liked that. They can. So not only do we customize a lot of stuff in store, like if you see something but you want it a different color, we customize it that way. But we have lots of people that will see something on Etsy or Pinterest, and then contact us through Messenger and say, "Hey, can anyone make this for me?" And then we find one of the vendors who will make that. So
no, that's awesome.
Great.
I know for me, what's different about my wife and myself is we're pretty much done with Christmas shopping, where my wife is. Usually I start on December 22nd. That'd be too tight for your company. But even with birthdays, I just don't do the best. But I see something on Etsy, I'm like, oh man, I really want this. But then I contact that vendor and they say we're 2 weeks out. So that's a great alternative. I mean, who knows if the turn time can happen, but that's something local here in Des Moines. You can contact your company and you can connect. That's a huge service there. That's a huge added benefit there.
We've done lots of work that way, and lots of creative things that people, have brought to us that our vendors weren't used to creating. But then they found,
You got the space and the skills, and no, that's really, really neat. So awesome. Well, we want to support local businesses, so we're going to be next week, or not next week, soon after this podcast is launched, we're going to, if you like and share this, we're going to give a $25 gift card to Homespun Elegance of Iowa. So you'll have plenty of time. If you win that, you have plenty of time to buy something really neat at the store. So come visit Homespun in Valley West Mall, and it's something that I think people really value. You can get something made in Iowa, something a little bit more more unique and made here. And so if you're looking for something, rather than going to Target, go to Homespun and you'll find something really neat. So thank you so much for joining us this week.
Yeah,
I appreciate
thanks, Jason.
it.
I appreciate it.
Awesome.